I got a new publishing deal, another one. And Laura Wright said, hey, have you ever written with Little Big Town? And I was like, no. And I always have wanted to because I've known them for years. They used to sing demos in Nashville too. And I'd see them passing in and out of the studio. And so I started writing with them and immediately just had a major connection with all four of them.
They're good people.
They're great people.
I mean,
and they love you, by the way.
And I say it so much. Like, I have a wall, and it gets brought up eventually, but it's the people that, like, I have a personal, like, connection with. And I keep 6 pictures on the wall. It's over there to your left. And those are the only 6 that I have up there. It's Little Big Town and Marin and
Those are good people.
Urban. Past Slave's one of my best friends.
I love Past Slaves so much.
But these are all great humans.
They're great humans.
Jansen and Kelsey.
Yes.
And so, like, those are the like my people. And Little Big Town, they're just so. By the way, I ran into Kimberly. She said, because my thing is I won't listen to new music until it comes out because I want to experience it like the people that listen to my show.
Yes.
Because I want to talk. I can't be above my listeners, and I don't feel like I am, so I can't be cool.
No,
because I'm not cool. And
right, I get what you're saying.
So everyone's always like, listen to new music, and I'm like, you know what? As much as I would love to, like, I am my listeners.
Yes,
and I
totally.
have to be. So I'm gonna wait till the day it comes out. I'm gonna be excited about it. And Kimberly was like, I hope this is right because I'm just going from memory. She goes, hey, I wrote a song with Natalie about a Bible. Did you guys write a song together on their new record?
No, you know what? I know what song that is.
What song did you write together? She said you guys.
Well, we wrote. I wrote a song. I wrote a few songs with them
on their new record, though. On
their new record, but the 2 that made it was one that I wrote with Lori and Barry. No, she wrote Hillary. Hillary. I'm pretty sure it's either Hillary or Lori because.
What did you write on the new record? Because she brought you up specifically.
Did she? Yeah. I wrote Free on the new record.
I haven't heard them because I won't listen. Because she was like, "Hey, listen, you should listen."
I haven't heard them either. They're being they're kind of secretive.
You haven't heard the song?
No,
they haven't sent you the song that you wrote.
No, they're being so stingy, and I'm going to go roll their house with toilet paper or something. But no, they haven't played it for me yet. No, and actually, Miranda didn't either. And I was like, I want to hear the record. But
shouldn't that be a rule? Like, if you write the song, when it's produced, like
I think it should be a rule.
Maybe you don't have to email it, but you can at least let me hear it through the phone.
Have me over and let me hear it. No, and then I wrote one with the guys called Roland.
That's what it is. It's the two guys and you wrote it.
Yes,
right. Philip and Jimmy. That's what it was. That's what it was. Now
and
it makes sense.
Love it. I love it so much. It's.
They brought you up to me because I was like, hey, Natalie. They were like, we love Natalie, and I was like, I haven't met her, but she's coming to the house, and I knew that. So when people say Natalie Hemby, they're like, she's in these camps. You know, you're known as in the Miranda camp, and you're known as a Little Big Town camp.
Yes.
And so we found out how you're in the Miranda camp, that's what they say, lack of a better term.
No, it is. That's what it is.
How did you, what was the first song for Little Big Town that you wrote that kind of popped out, and how did you end up with this relationship with them?
Well, first of all, they're so kind that when you meet them, you feel like you know them already. And you know what? I so relate to them because I felt like, to me, they were always underdogs and
grinders for sure.
Grinders. Yeah. And you know what? I so was the same way in my own way, you know? Like, just always worked hard and almost there and not quite and almost there, but should be there. You know what I mean? They were so amazing even back then. But the first song we ever wrote was called Night Owl. And I was like, I wanted to do like an Everly Brothers type of deal with them. And you know what? Here's one thing you need to know about me. My favorite songs and records are last songs. And on Revolution, I have Miranda's last song is Virginia Bluebell. And then on this one, on Tornado, it was Night Owl. And it's sort of like, I just love album closers. They're just the most poignant songs to me. And so I wanted to write this Everly Brothers type call and answer song for the record. And literally that was the first song we wrote together. And then they started cutting my songs, which I was like, wow. I had no idea how many they had cut on the Tornado record. And I was just so excited because literally...
You say the Tornado record, you actually wrote Tornado. I mean, you wrote the song.
Which is...
It's the record's named after.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
You get paid. You don't get paid extra for that,
no,
right? I mean, you didn't come up with the word tornado, but that would be cool. Did you write this or Pontoon with them first?
I didn't write either one of them with them.
Well, for them.
For them, I wrote this for them
first,
first. Yeah.
I meant for them. So this one first, and then Pontoon second.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I wrote Pontoon with Luke and Barry, and we almost wrote it like as a joke.
Luke Laird.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like literally, we're like, I mean, the first line we originally had was "back this bitch up into the water." I mean, that's how funny we were trying to. We were like, and they just made it cool.
So when you write this, and it's a light song, and like you just said, you kind of wrote it. The idea came as a joke. It was such a smash.
Oh, dude! I mean, it blows my mind. Like I love the song. I love how they did it, but it just makes me laugh that my piece of shit work tape can turn into something like that. I mean, it blows my mind, honestly.
When it was said motorboating, did you guys laugh? Because that's
look. Here's the story. So we're like on a pontoon, making waves and catching rain. Literally, we write every line right up until that moment. We're like, out here in the open. And then finally, I was like, motorboating? Like, what are you going to say there? That's what you say. You say motorboating, but it was like, oh, do we say it? Sure, because there is this generation of it's usually before like 15 years old and then over 50 that does not know what the inner meanings of motorboating is. So it was sort of like we got away with it concerning that crap, but some people were like, you knew what that was. And I'm like, well, yeah, it's in the freaking movie. Right. And I'm like, but what else are you going to say there?
Wedding Crashers.
Wedding
Crashers is what.
You motorboat son of a bitch. So, yeah, I know. Sorry. I should say that.
You can listen. This is you can say whatever you want. So okay, you have you write these. Little Big Town has two monsters with them. I mean, those really put them on the map as like big acts.
Blows my mind. I mean, honestly, yeah.
But that put them on as big acts.
Catapulted them like in a crazy way. So here's a funny story. Like, we bought a pontoon, my husband and I did, because we were like, if we're going to write a song, we need to buy a pontoon. And literally, I'd hear it in other people's boats on the lake. I mean, it was crazy. And I tell you what, you could write a song about, like, the most poignant song about your mother who did this, or, you know, saving souls and babies and all this stuff. But when we played Pontoon, people just go batshit crazy over it.
Because it's a fun song.
It's a fun song. They love it.
Do you ever have to remind yourself that sometimes it's okay just not to be so serious and so sincere all the time?
Yes. I mean, honestly, I think this is best advice is, I mean, you know, don't take yourself too seriously. Don't get pissed off if people don't like your music. Like, for example, when we went to go buy this pontoon, my daughter, we had her on the boat, and we took a test drive with this guy, and he had to sell the boat because his wife was having a baby. And he was so nice. We really enjoyed talking to him. And as we get to the dock, my child's kind of getting fussy, and we start to get off the boat, and she goes, motorboating. And the guy goes, oh, my God, that song is so awful.
No.
Having no clue that I had written it. And my husband was like,
That's so
my husband
funny.
was looking at me like, oh, my God, what's she going to say? And I just kind of put my head down. I was like, that song is a piece of shit. And I literally just walked away. And it was the funniest moment. And I just got the biggest kick out of it. But I'm so grateful for my number one piece of shit, you know?
But in an awesome way. Isn't it funny that your kid is singing it like she's heard it?
Oh, yeah.
He knows it, but it's coming out of a kid. I mean, it's that big of a song that's all the way wrapped back around.
We wrote one of those songs, you know? I was like, that's just crazy to me.
Well, so it's funny you bought a pontoon. Do you still have the pontoon? Do you have that one?
Oh, no, we've already sold it.
You sold it?
Yes. And it is the truth. The day you buy the boat and the day you sell it are the best days of your life. So
I got into the whole boat thing too.
No.
Never.
Never.